Hello, Bradimus1981 here, doing a quick unboxing video from THA Ants. It is, God, it's almost 10 minutes till 1 a.m. Got home from work about, roughly about 2 hours ago, so I'm exhausted. But I know a lot of people like these unboxing videos, even though they can be on the longer side, so bear with me. I do have another order through Tar Heel Ants that I'm waiting for Mac to finish and send out to me. This order is basically, it was one of his, I guess you call it pre-builts, or already made ones that he sells on his website, tarheelants.com. These don't typically take that long to get. He just has to package them up and ship them, basically. I bought this for the specific reason for my Pogo Mermix Barbados colony, because as some of you may have seen in my previous videos, they are exploding out of their Formicarium. It's to the point now where they have so much brood and larvae that they don't have much seeds in their nest area, because I can't do maintenance on their outworld. They just swarm it, and yeah. So I should have had Max send this to me weeks ago. Both Mac and I were kind of hoping that my other order was going to finish at the same time, so we can kind of send it all in one shipment, but that didn't work out. On a personal note, to Mac, again, I apologize for my email I sent earlier in the week. On Monday, for those who don't know, I was missing some work. I was a little ill, medical stuff, nothing life-threatening or anything like that, but basically one thing aggravated another, and then I missed a bunch of work, and I was getting stressed out about it, so he kind of because I wanted him to ship out this package, so I had to send him an email that morning before I went to work, but I even sent an email like, I'm miserable, I'm grumpy, take your for its worth, but kind of laid into him. So I apologize for that. Mac is a very passionate man for the hobby. So he's also, as like anyone with life, probably dealing with his own stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I ordered this with my Pogo Mermix Barbados. This is a Tar Heel Ants, not mini labyrinth, but labyrinth. Full of goodies. I got so much of that stuff. I should probably tell them at a certain point, like, hey, no need to send that. Save a few bucks. I got enough. But the infamous Tar Heel Ant packing job. Infamous in a good way. I'm sure if you've seen other unboxing videos, you know what it's like. Not sure what this is. This might be some paperwork Max said he was going to send me. I'll talk about that in another video. Let's go on with that. Videos 1 in the morning for people that like to watch them. Monsoon season finally started here in Arizona, where I live in the Phoenix area, which means nuptial flights have got to be, if not right this second, or soon popping off. Haven't really looked at my windshield. That's a good indicator for around here when nuptial season happens. My windshield's got a lot more bug splatter on it. Right now I'm looking, the only species I'm really looking for specifically is the Pogo Mermix. I think it's Regussus, or some of the R. It's basically the much darker colored harvester ant. The harvester ants kind of spoiled me because they're just so easy to, well, I mean, I don't want to say easier to take care of, but for me they're easier. They're more, they're simplistic, because their main diet source for I believe all of them, or the vast majority of them, is seeds. and then it's a lot easier to deal with than live animal, like live bugs and stuff, because even the fruit flies are the pain. It would be easier if I had larger colonies, because I don't know if any of you guys have done cultures of flightless fruit flies, but you know, they get pretty big, and then, but I only need like so much, so I have to like pour them out, and I don't want them getting out of there. It's just, basically, oddly enough, it'd be easier if I had larger or more colonies for that specific food source, which is one of the better ones. At least that's kind of what everyone has told me and gathered, because they create how should I want to say this, the least amount of mess for your ant colony to clean up. If you feed them crickets and stuff, or mealworms, they have the husks, the shell, or something like that, and they end up putting it someplace, and then you just hope they put it in the outworld and not inside the nest, where it can cause fungus and different issues. So flightless fruit flies are definitely, I would say, a very popular choice. My ants seem to like them just fine. Funny enough, out of all the animals I fed them, cricket, mashed up crickets seem like the most popular. You know. But crickets, I don't have any place to keep them. They're a pain. They make noise. They make a pretty big mess on like roaches. Like if I had a bunch of colonies and ate dubia roaches, that's fine. I've kept dubia roaches before. That's no big deal. They're actually pretty clean as long as you give them regular maintenance. The crickets are gross. Alright, so here's the nest part of it. I'm trying to think with this order. So like I said, this was not a custom order. It wasn't I didn't have, the only thing I had them do was do the museum glass. I don't think I have except for my Erie. I don't think I have a Formicarium besides that doesn't have museum glass. I always highly recommend it, especially if you're going to record or take pictures. But anyway, so it's got the museum glass, and I did request them to put one of the lid holes for one of the vents that he offers. So I'll show it to you when I open up the outworld. I can't remember what color this is. I can't remember if it was terracotta or tan. I've gotten less and less OCD about the color. I mean, at first, I was like, I want a bone, then I want terracotta, and then I got a few blue and a few bones. Like they're all pretty cool. I was definitely laxed up a lot on that when it comes to my OCD. Oh, they're gonna love this. This is really good for them. Although I would not be surprised in less than a year I'll have to upgrade it there, because they are popping. My Pogomyrmex barbatus. So are my Pogomyrmex I believe it's pronounced occidentalis. They're doing really well too. They're just a smaller ant, but they're starting to they're picking up pace too. Fortunately for me, they're easy because they can't climb at all. The Pogomyrmex barbatus are one of because harvester ants are typically, mind you, as far as people can correct me if I'm wrong, but they're terrible climbers. Not to say they can't climb on things like dirt or rocks or branches, but anything like plastic, glass, they don't do well. Barbados do though. I mean, they're not as good as other species, but they'll climb it. I know this is such an interesting video for you all to watch. Definitely not. Like I said, I'm just tired. It's also my Friday, and I work 10-hour shifts, so I am really tired. So my next shipment, I got a bit of a surprise. You know, you all can guess what it's going to be. It's not going to be the Pogomyrmex Augustus or whatever, but it's going to be something unique and special. Mac is a little nervous about shipping. I'll just say it's going to. I think you all guess. It's another ant colony. I won't say what though. But Mac's a little nervous about shipping them because right now, I don't know if it's the whole entire country, but I'm pretty sure it is. But here in Arizona, I mean, it's 1 a.m. and I promise you, if I check the temp outside, it's got to be 105, 100 degrees. I mean, it's humid today too. It's gross. I told Mac, I mean, I've talked to him over the weekend, but I told him, I said, as long as I get it on Wednesday, where I have a day off, or my apartment complex does have a package room that is air conditioned. It's not heavily air conditioned, but it is. So we'll figure it out. Sweet. Very nice. So here's kind of the, let me take it all off and I'll show you, but. So for anyone of you who are watching this, you know, like I always say, please feel free to leave comments, but also, if you have anything going on right now, if you have any ants you're looking for this, you know, this summer, because it's kind of generally the time of the year that most, not all, but most nuptial flights happen, so the queens are out and all that. And curious what anyone's looking for, if there's any species that you really want to get, maybe hard to find, or maybe a species you wish you could get. I'm trying to get, I need to work on it this weekend. I just, you know, a lot of stuff going on, as I said, but I'm trying to work on getting a permit for the Formicarium badius. To keep. I really want that species, so giving it a shot to try to get a permit through the USDA. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's really nice. So here's the outworld, and it's got the raised platform. I can't remember what Mac is calling it. Something to do with the Erie. I know they got the Erie Formicarium, but this is like the Erie decoration or something. I don't know. You'd have to look on the website. But also, it's not exactly the canyon, but it's got that, instead of just kind of waving up and stopping like a little wave, it does have that ledge. So, and I really like these little blue plants. I think they're kind of cool. Okay. Now, what I really like about this one is, even though I put fluon and stuff on the edge, but that wears off, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to this, doing the maintenance on its, at least for feeding, all I gotta do is take this off and pop them seeds down without having to take the whole lid off, so that's really good. And it's elevated right there. So, again, and this is the, if you're wondering about the material, this is the MQ, which Matt calls the MQ, or museum quality acrylic, the plastic, not glass. It's just a little more scratch resistant than the traditional kind, a little thicker. It looks nicer. There are advantages to the other one too. The other style, the regular kind, they're not magnetic. There's advantages, disadvantages for both. But yeah, really, that's really nice. So the idea is, what I'll do is, I'm sure it's in there. But Mac usually includes a little bit of tubing. I have tubing I can cut too if we didn't put it in. But I'll put a little bit in between the holes to the nest in the outworld. We'll do this gently because these magnets are strong. And then it'll connect like this, and voila. Very nice. Well, that's it. Again, this is another TarHeelAnts.com unboxing for one of their Formicariums. It is the Labyrinth with the MQ, or museum acrylic quality outworld with museum glass. For the nest, it's got 2 water towers. With the Labyrinth, I think you can get 3. I don't think 4, but I think when you do like a semi-custom or custom order, you can do 3. I know on the Labyrinth XL, you can do quite a bit more, but 2 is more than enough. This is a desert species. That's exactly what I want. Let's see what else. Yeah. So now I'm going to try to record my moving video of my Barbados, my Poker Barbados colony into this Formicarium. A few different ways I could do it. I do have two, I believe they're called respirators, where you can suck up some bugs and little tubes and little vials and stuff, but I have that. And I could connect it, let them move. We'll see. I got to kind of play around because my desk is still limited. I'm still looking for a type of shelving system for my ants, but I'm still using the desk and it's limited in space, so I want to see what I can do. Ultimately, I'm probably going to have to move a lot of them, but my idea is if I have to move them by hand, I bought like a tray, and it has like a lip that comes up, and I'm just going to heavy on the fluon or whatever that barrier stuff is, and then place the current outworld in there, and current Formicarium they're in right now, which is a fallen fortress, and just suck them up and move them. We'll see, but I'll try to record it and post it, but it might be just a pain to record because it's only myself. I don't have my in the past you might have noticed someone helped me film. That's I'm in the Big Brother program. That's my little, so I call him my camera aide, but goodness, make a stopper, everything. Alright, well, again, sorry if I bored anyone, but like I said, I want to do the unboxing video before I forgot. I got too tired. And again, this is Bramus1981, TarHeelAnts.com. Great company. Mac is selling a bunch of queens with workers right now, so feel free to check them out. And you understand when you order from Mac, in fact, that was part of the reason I got a little frustrated with him. He really cares about like shipping and like making sure his ants are quality. Like he takes it really personal. So it's like, it's Mac, it's a business. We'll figure it out. He's, no, they gotta come healthy. They gotta, you gotta get them. So, just full transparency, you can go out there and probably find fairly inexpensive queens. But again, a lot of times they're just queens, no workers. The first workers are called not elates. That's the queens and the males that fly. Someone comment below what they're called, or I'll comment below later when I remember. But there's a specific, nanitics, I think is the word. It's like their first brood. Usually like 2 or 3 workers, depending on the ant species. But anyway, so you're kind of taking a risk. Like I bought an ant queen and off eBay, and I got it, and it died. It didn't lay any eggs. Was it infertile? Wasn't? I don't know. It's the risk you take. But it was only $60. Even then, even then, it's a little on the high side for what it is. But so when you buy from Mac, you might go, I can get it cheaper. But I can say this. I can promise you this. You're going to get quality. He will make whatever order right as long as you follow the instructions. You need to make sure you're there, the shipping times are appropriate, the temperatures are appropriate. That's anyone that sells live animals. I don't care if it's a reptile or whatever. Like, there's certain stipulations will guarantee you live delivery. And even then, you always take risks. Like, you can get an ant colony that's up and running, doing great, and all of a sudden, something happens. You don't know. But bottom line is, I highly recommend spend a few extra dollars, and I'm not saying his stuff is outrageously priced or whatever. There's some places even more expensive, but I'm just saying that's the reality. But as you can tell from my experience, all thumbs up. I don't support any company just for for the fun of it. I do it because I want to do it, and I believe in the company and the services, and yeah. So feel free to check out the website again, THA.com. And it's Bramus1981. As always, leave a comment below, chat, and hope you all have a great summer, and catch all those awesome queens during nuptial flight. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.